Hello my loves, welcome back. In this video we're going to be discussing how to sit cross-legged comfortably. Now I've done another couple of videos on this on butterfly pose and how I improved my butterfly pose. Check out the video. And I also did a tutorial on how to sit in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. So I got a ton of questions on both of those videos that I'm going to address a few of those today. The first one is the difference between Sukhasana and Siddhasana. Sukhasana, your feet are underneath the opposite shin. So that is Sukhasana. The toes kind of point forward or out towards the corners. It's almost, to me, feels like the shins are supported by the feet. Siddhasana, slightly different. One of the feet is up and in so that both heels are kind of towards the groin. They're a little bit closer in towards the body. So one heel could be quite in towards the opposite groin and the toes tucked in and kind of sandwiched between the thigh and the calf. The legs are kind of folded rather than crossed. So I hope that shows you the difference between Sukhasana and Siddhasana. Either one is acceptable depending on how your body feels. And it may be that one is available and one isn't depending on how much ankle mobility that you have. So other questions that I got were all about the hips and the knees and feeling pain in both of those areas. So basically, if you're feeling pain in a cross-legged position here, then something needs to change. You need to give your body some support, and you can do that in a few ways. You can lift the pelvis, or you can support underneath the thighs. So to support your bum, just give yourself a cushion and support there. That might be all you need to come into your cross-legged position comfortably. If you're still finding some tension in the hips or in the knees, then you may need to support the legs, especially if you're still finding that the legs are away from the floor. Now you can do that with blocks, but the shape of these blocks being rectangular, you have stuff digging into your flesh. So I want to share with you a new product. Yes, it's an unboxing video. So as a result of the videos that I've done here on YouTube about butterfly pose, about hip opening and getting comfortable in the poses, I was approached by a company called Ungloo, who sent me a novel yoga block that is perfectly shaped for putting underneath your legs. So as you can see, these are triangular shaped. They almost look like the ramps that you use for cars. And if you think of these as wedges, as you're sitting in your cross-legged position, then support on the wedges. That's much more comfortable. And sometimes you might feel that you need support on one leg but not the other. I have an injury on my left hip, and this left hip for me doesn't open as easily as my right. So sometimes I just need support on one leg. So rather than lift the hips, I can just support my leg. And I like that they have different angles. So if you feel like this lesser degree isn't giving you enough support, then switch it around and do the higher one. Support your body in the poses, especially if you're coming into meditation cross-legged. If you're sitting in meditation with your legs up here, then you need support. You need to lift the pelvis and support your legs. And these blocks by Ungloo, fabulous. Now they can also come in useful for poses like Sukhasana, where you have one leg externally rotated, one leg opening out to the side. Because I can come into Sukhasana here and this leg be up away from the floor and fold forward. But then this leg isn't supported. It's just kind of holding on and gripping into my hip. It's not going to get any looser by doing that. So use a block, support the leg, and then fold forward. So one of the other things that I wanted to mention is when we come into cross-legged position, we will come into our most comfortable side first. Make sure that you're uncrossing and recrossing the other way, which will feel just horrible. And this is where the block will definitely come in and help this leg, because it just feels awful on this side for me otherwise. So some days you will need more support. Some days you'll be much more open. I shared last year that I'd finally gotten into butterfly pose, and as you can see, it's not always fully available. I have to be pretty open, and even then, this right leg is down on the floor, this left leg is not. Support it. Give it a little bit of love. Even if with the support you're still feeling some pain in the hips or holding or gripping of tension, then lift your hips and use the blocks. This is a much more comfortable position to sit in for meditation than struggling. Elevate, support, fill the gaps. Make the pose peaceful. Yoga props like this are made to make your life easier. They're made to make the poses more accessible. Making the poses more accessible is how we improve our bodies. We don't improve by force. We improve by support. True in yoga, true in life. I may do another video on all the ways that these new triangular blocks can help in your yoga practice. Let me know in the description if that's something that you'd be interested in. If you enjoyed this video, then give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And remember, my loves, that karma is only a bitch if you are. So be nice, be kind, and be the change that you want to see in the world.